Hello everyone, we are Code the Dream, lesson 101, project setup in React Basic. This is the landing page for as we start our project. Here are videos that can help understand the topic, very useful. And we continue looking at the Road to React book. Then this is where it shows our Dove cohort. So let's click and see the project overview. Here it will explain. First, we're gonna work on a blog app, pretty interesting, and a second one will be a to-do list. I think there might be a little bit of oversight because I think the first one will be a to-do list. In any case, we'll complete both projects and learn a lot along the way. Let's go back to the main landing page and let's check the assignments and how each process goes. We have our repo. This is how we're gonna set up our project. I already went ahead and create my repo, name it accordingly. I run my command to create the React template, and I'm already on the app.js folder, and we're about to do these are the instructions that we need for this week. So I'll stop the recording a minute and come back to it. There we go. And we're back. I set VS Code window next to my notes so we can cut along. First instructions, just locate app.js, remove all the existing components. I already did that. When you create a React app, there will be some boilerplate over here. You can delete it. We have, okay, instruction 1, create a level 1 heading. The way I was able to follow instructions, I had to type a return. And inside that return, I will set my, first I'm gonna put a div. And inside that div, it'll be our h1. And it says to call it to-do list. Okay, then next step, it is to create an UL element. All right, we got our JS components. Next step, above the app function, we gotta store an empty array. Let's create our empty array. We're gonna call it my list. And inside that list, we're gonna make 3 objects. So in order to create an object, it asks to do an ID and title. I'm gonna start with the title first. The first suggestion, it is complete assignment. And then I'm gonna call it object ID. And you'll see why I need object ID in a minute. The 1. Actually, should be on brackets. Just wondering why it gave me an error. Let's fix this. Okay, that's 1. We can copy. All 3 objects are going to be about the same. This one is gonna be called postpone. And this one will be called, will be unique ID will be 2, and we're gonna rename this one. And it's gonna be a 3. So this is our array with 3 objects that we're gonna use. What's this? Okay. Next step, it is, let's work inside our UL element, and we're gonna embed it this JavaScript. Check my notes real quick. Now we need to open brackets. Then the way that we can embed any JavaScript elements into this HTML will be first what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use my list. I'm gonna call the map function because I'm gonna display each element one by one. That will be a function that will work with an item. And then I'm gonna, for that list, I'm just gonna return the li. Here comes why we needed a specific ID. So React does a good job at mapping through each object, but it doesn't really know which one is changing and which one is not. That's why over here they ask us to add a key attribute that matches the value of the ID. So we're just gonna add it inside the first opening of the li element key, and it's gonna become item dot object ID. Then we're not done. This can go. Give me some space. Then actually, I think the quick fix is gonna add me next extra brackets. Yes. I was wondering why it was screaming for an error, but sometimes you need to open brackets and the syntax of this React. Anyway, we'll go back to our object ID and let's make some space. Open the brackets again to call our second element from our array, which will be the title. After that's completed, we should be able to save it and see the result.